Hello guys, and welcome to my channel, Lifestyle and Fashion. I could not go live early this morning. That doesn't matter because it seems, I do better when I just upload. So we're going to jump right into some of the things that were talked about today. And what I want to get into is I can't think of his name, but he was from Homeland Security, and they were talking about all the rugs and stuff that was found in Diddy's room when he got arrested. So let's talk about it. Okay, let's just talk about it for a minute. Let's just talk about it. Now why it's not going up? Hold on. Now I had this all set, ready to go. And now it's not going up. I don't want him. I don't want him. Sean Combs' former personal assistant testifies. That was yesterday. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want to know, because I didn't even get to hear any of it myself. So I figured I'd do it with y'all. I figured I would do it with y'all. I figured I would do it with y'all. I figured I would do it. Let me get myself together. Okay, here we go. Former employee. No. What did I have? Here we go. Right here. No, but that's not the right. That's not the right one, y'all. Hold on. One more. Let me go back one more. That's not, because that's going to be more like, I want to read it. I don't want them to read it. And I had the one I wanted. And that's another thing I want to talk about. Who is George Kaplan? Because George Kaplan got immunity today. Oh, child, we got some things to talk about. Hold on. Maybe this was it. If anybody knows who George Kaplan is, put that in the comments for me, because I don't know George Kaplan. Okay, he set up the oil and the lube, but this is not. Y'all know Kid Cudi coming tomorrow. Okay, it looks like I'm going to have to go with what I had, because I'm not understanding why I can't find what I just had. His mother showing any child the witness. Let's go into here. Okay. Yes. Sean Diddy Combs, the recap. Agent testifies about the rugs, the guns, and sex supplies found in the Miami home. Okay. His name was Special Agent Cannon. That's his name. Gerald Cannon. There was also a psychologist there today, and she basically spoke on, the reasons why Cassie would stay. And did y'all know there was a such thing as love addiction? I wanted to Google that too. I really did. I wanted to Google that because I never heard that before. I see something from Kaplan, but I thought he had. Oh Lord, we got a lot to do. Granted him immunity. Okay, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. All these victims was delayed. Yeah, that's what she had said. Come, hold on, y'all. Just hold on with me. Come child is the first time down. He used for the phone, the things. As like the victims. That's still the psychologist. Okay, here we go. He said rapper Kid Cudi will not testify today. Okay. Okay, so this would be what was found on his Miami property. In the guest house of Diddy's Miami property, a .45 caliber hand pow was found in a red suitcase at the entrance to the guard shack area. A photo of a magazine and bullets in a baggie were displayed in court. Authorities also found a bin Lord, him and this baby oil. A bin containing 25 bottles of baby oil, 31 bottles of Astroglide lubricant, and a rubber duck in a closet in a hallway between the master bedroom and the master closet of Diddy's Miami home. What is... I'm not even going to ask that question. A photo of the closet and the items found was shown in court. Well, let me show y'all. Can y'all see the... Do y'all see a rubber duck? But anywho, you would see the baby oil. There's the purple cap. And the purple cap is the Astroglide. The purple cap is the Astroglide. Lord, Lord, Lord. I know that's right. What the world? And then he had the nerve to have a duck. Boy, tell me he ain't crazy. Tell me he ain't crazy. A crystal rock-like substance in pills with main ingredient of magic mushrooms were found in Combs' Miami home. Magic mushrooms, the witness said. The crystal rock-like substances was discovered inside a wooden box marked Puffy, Gannon said. Investigators in the master bedroom also came upon a plastic bag of pills that would eventually test positive for the main ingredient of hallucinogenic mushrooms. How can you know what I want to know? I don't even see how he was functioning. He took so many drugs. It's ridiculous. He was on everything. He got to be in that prison in some serious withdrawals. Okay, I guess they went to lunch or something, and it says Gerald Cannon is back on the witness stand and was questioned about items seized from the master. Oh, okay, so we were going backwards. He described seizing a pair of red pump high heels and discovering cell phone stuffed inside a Balenciaga boot. Inside the closet was a Gucci bag that contained white residue that tested positive for cocaine and ketamine. The bag also contained smaller bags of different colored pills, including some stamped with Tisha symbol that tested positive for MDMA and Xanax. Let me show you the picture of what they found. So y'all can see. Lord, they done found some red. Why didn't they show the red pumps? Why didn't they show the red pumps? I wanted to see the red pumps. I want to see the red pumps. Did he put the red pumps on? Did he put the red pumps on? What is this a video of? Let's
These jarring images of Cassie Ventura covered in bruises shown in court today. Her mother, Regina Ventura, testifying she took the pictures when her daughter was home for Christmas in 2011, quote, to make sure we memorialized the injuries.
Okay.
Regina Ventura also said her daughter's former boyfriend, Sean Diddy Combs, demanded $20,000 because Cassie started dating musician Kid Cudi. Ventura said she and her husband used their home equity line of credit to pay Combs. She said he returned the money a few days later. Ventura's testimony comes after her daughter took the stand for more than 20 hours, testifying that Combs subjected her to years of abuse and forced her to participate in drug-fueled sex parties known as freak-offs. Combs is charged with 5 counts, including sex trafficking and racketeering. He has denied all wrongdoing. Prosecutors have also shown the jury these pictures that they say show Combs' hotel room the night he was arrested, including bottles of baby oil and drugs. His former personal assistant, David James, today painting a picture of what it was like to work for the music mogul, testifying about an incident in 2008 when he went with Combs to try to confront rival record label founder Suge Knight. James said Combs had 3 guns on his lap, and while they never found Knight, James said he, quote, realized my life was in danger and ultimately quit. Tomorrow, we expect a forensic psychologist to testify, and then after that, musician Kid Cudi, who says that Combs once blew up his car.
Tonight, officials say the breakout at a New Orleans jail was an inside job. Arresting jail maintenance worker Sterling Williams.
The maintenance worker was arrested for that, y'all. I don't know who else helped them or so, but let's keep going with Diddy. Okay, so we're going to go back up because this is the Gucci bag and everything else he had in there. Why is this not? This is so weird. What in the world? Okay, here we go. Let's go all the way up to the top. They had everything in here. Do you understand? Do you understand? Also want to look at Law and Crime, Jesse Weber, sidebar, because he was saying that prosecution kind of messed up. Okay, let's go all the way to the top because this is how it's going to read. I don't want to start with that yet. Don Hughes is the psychiatrist. Combs' team suggested that the number of guns, was I supposed to say guns? I don't know. Well, it's too late. Including those with serial numbers removed, found in his Miami home, are not that significant or as dangerous as they appear. Under cross-examination by defense lawyer Terry Garagos, Cannon agreed that many of the firearms were wrapped up in tape, not loaded, and thus inoperable. And thus inoperable. Gannon also agreed that Garagos, that the GUNS without serial numbers could still be linked to owners by fingerprints, hair, DNA, and fiber. This is what I wasn't really, okay, this is what they found in their home, but what I really wanted to do was talk to you about what was found the night he was arrested. I can't believe he had duck red boots. Lord Jesus. Okay, so let's go into what the psychologist was stating. And the psychologist charged a lot. Oh, Lord. She charged a lot. Do I want to start before lunch break or after lunch break? Let's just start. I'm going to start right here. I'm seeing Kaplan, but I thought he was not going to testify. But let's get into let's just go straight down. Okay, cleaning up baby oil and liquor bottles in hotel rooms among job duties, former assistant says. This is Kaplan. Kaplan testified that one of his duties was to clean hotel rooms for Combs, saying that the photos of checked out mess could be embarrassing and sold to tabloids, you think? The former assistant said the rooms would often be littered with liquor bottles and baby oil. Combs stayed in them, and on one occasion he found white powder near a sink. The witness also said that packing Combs' medicine bag was always a lengthy challenge, as various pills, including Advil, Tylenol, and ketamine, always needed to be included. Kaplan recalled once accepting a delivery of MDMA for Combs in Miami. Why wouldn't Diddy pack his own bag? He know what pills he need. That's what he get. Kaplan claims Combs regularly threatened to fire him, with the rapper saying he only wanted the best employees possible, sometimes in a motivational tone, sometimes in an angry tone. So sometimes he could be like, I only want the best, and you guys are the best, and I know we can be a good team. And then sometimes he would be, I only want the best. If you ain't going to do it right, then get out. That's what he's saying. Combs also had very exact demands that needed to be met when traveling, such as filling out lists of toiletries that needed to be packed for overnight, Kaplan said. Kaplan was also required to unpack the toiletries and arrange them so they were all facing forward, which would regularly take 30 minutes, the witness said. A former assistant to Combs, George Kaplan, was called to the stand. Okay, we already know that. And that's what I just read, okay? So I'm going to start down here with the psychiatrist because obviously it's going up. And I'm going to start for about right. Let me tell you what George said when he wrapped up. Government witness George Kaplan, a former assistant Combs, entered court. He's wrapped up saying he was there after receiving a subpoena earlier in the day. there were concerns over whether he plead the Fifth Amendment and not testify. Prosecutors offered, that's what I thought I saw. Prosecutors offered to grant him immunity if he answered questions, but warned that this prosecution does not cover perjury. After Kaplan's attorney reviewed the legal document, the judge executed Kaplan's immunity, and Kaplan will testify later today. Oh, okay. Okay, so I've read y'all his testimony. And I'm going to read you some of Dawn's. Okay. I'm going to start right here. Dawn said a lot. Oh. I'm going to start right here. It's common for domestic violence victims to stay with abusers, psychologist says. Victims of domestic violence often stay with their abusers as they feel like they are no better options, Hughes said. These victims who stay in these toxic relationships tend to fall into three categories because they feel trapped, still feel a bond in their abuser, and believe that the act of leaving the relationship is far too complex to achieve the psychologist testified. Hughes' testimony could be key in the prosecution efforts to fight the defense narrative that women such as Combs' former girlfriend Cassie Ventura could have left their 11-year relationship. She could have left. Domestic violence victims fall prey to psychological, sexual, and emotional abuse, as well as financial independence, making it all the harder for them to fight back or cut themselves loose, Hughes said. Victims suffering from a psychological abuse walk on eggshells and focus on how to stay safe in the moment rather than the big picture solution, such as exiting a toxic relationship, according to Hughes. Sexual abuse can bring shame and humiliation, which leads victims to worrying about keeping this harm private, which again keeps them from seeking the ultimate end to a bad relationship. She said, the price of emotional abuse leads victims to simply believe they're not worthy of anything more, thus draining them of the energy or motivation to get help. Wow. Hughes described financial dependence as very important as it deprives the victim of material resources needed to leave an abusive relationship, she said. If you don't have money, you are left with a feeling of, where am I going to go? Cassie had loving parents. I just could have went home. But I can't say that because I've never been in that situation. And this is the doctor talking, but I'll go home. Be like, Mama, look, this ninja ain't got no sense. Get my room together because I'm coming home. And she'd be like, what? Oh, it would have been a mess. My mama? Oh, it would have been a hot mess. Oh, let's keep going because that would have been a mess. Cassie's mother said yesterday she kept trying to hit Diddy and missing. No. Not a mama that's from East Beatmore. We not missing. Straight from the hood. We not missing. See, we gonna fight you. All right, let's keep going. Abuse victims will sometimes delay disclosing what they've been through, fearing fallout such as shame or not being believed, Hughes said. And I understand that. I totally get that. You don't want to feel ashamed, because even if you are trying to do something, let's say you're trying to be a YouTuber and you want to grow, like me, and I am a person, this is very serious. I am a person that does not want to fail. And it does not mean at YouTube. It means at everything. I am one of those people who, yeah, I've been to therapy. I still go to therapy. It's very, very good for you. I am a perfectionist. I've been told that many, many times. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been to therapy, or if you're going to therapy. If you've heard of being a perfectionist or anything like that, let me know in the comments. And when I feel like, see, that's how I know I would have been gone, because when I feel like I'm not in control, I got to go. I always feel like I have to be in control. Now look, I'm better. I'm way better. But yeah, that's I'm still a perfectionist. I still like to do things right or to the best of my ability. I really do, and I like for it to be perfect. I looked in the camera when they said the bottles had to be facing front. Now I think my mom is more like a person like that. She might want the forks this way. She want the spoons this way. She want the knives this way. Yeah. Now, as long as my stuff is up there neat, I don't really think about having them facing forward unless I'm first cleaning it up. And then, like when you're just like cleaning up or straightening up, you're just straightening up and putting, stuff neatly. I never thought about having them facing forward. Okay, but let me keep going on. Okay, that's why abuse will likely first be disclosed to a very close friend or loved one, not me, who would be viewed by victims as the most trusting ear, according to her. Not me. I probably wouldn't tell nobody, except for my mother. I don't have no friends. I don't be talking to my friends. No, we're not doing that. Probably have one friend that I would tell. Just, that's it. And she doesn't live in this state. So that's it. So let me go back. That's why abuse will likely first be disclosed to a very close friend or loved one, who'd be viewed by victims as the most trusting ear, according to her. And the trauma itself can impact a victim's memory, Hughes said, as combat veterans. Okay. Child sexual abuse victims and others have shown a propensity for failing to recall exact details as stress narrows attention. Oh my goodness. Y'all. There are some tragic things in my life that happened. Nothing like sexual abuse or anything. And I can't recall anything about it. Like, for instance, my father dying. I can't recall the date. I can't recall anything in the funeral. It's like very little pieces I can recall. That is really crazy. Wow. Well, at least I know I'm not crazy, because I often try to remember some things and I can't. Wow. I need to speak to my therapist about that and let her know because some things I don't tell her either. Hughes paused her testimony, okay? So we're going to go all the way up here because they went to lunch. Wow, this is so interesting. Wow. This is crazy. Okay. We're going to start right here. Still dealing with Hughes. Psychologist agrees she hasn't done comprehensive evaluation of anyone in this trial. The defense wanted to minimize Hughes's impact by pointing out that she doesn't have detailed knowledge of this case and allegations made. Well, why? Well, why are you there? Shouldn't she have? She should know everything about this case. Hughes appeared to agree with Combs' defense that she doesn't have this level of intimate knowledge and hasn't done an evaluation of the alleged abusers and victims because the witness wasn't asked to do so. Earlier, during direct examination, prosecutors anticipated this line of questioning and asked Hughes why she hasn't interviewed the defendant or witnesses here. So I'm reading this like she interviewed Cassie and Diddy and didn't. I'm looking at here, y'all. I'm sorry, I got this one, but it is cold here. It feel like it's February. It's cold here. It's cold, and it keep raining. It's cold, yeah. So I had to put this on, and then the basement be really cold too. So let me keep going. Earlier, during direct exam, prosecutors anticipated this line of questioning and asked Hughes why she hasn't interviewed the defendant or the witness here. Hughes told the court she wasn't legally allowed to do so. Oh, let me show y'all a picture of well, it ain't a picture, it's like a sketch. I hope y'all can see it. A sketch. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What the world? She ain't allowed to do so. Well, let's keep going. The forensic psychologist Hughes returned to the witness stand to continue her testimony. Okay. It says the expert on trauma and abuse could be key to prosecutors who want to show how Combs allegedly victimized and controlled women if they didn't leave their toxic relationships with the music mogul. Government witness George Kaplan, former assistant of Combs. Okay, then it says that's when he came in, and I've read that. I don't like how this one was going, but she hasn't interviewed them? This is going to tell me exactly who Kaplan is. Even though we know he's Diddy's ex-assistant. But like, we're doing what? Oh, he was just packing bags. Says the jury was shown shocking photos from the raid on his Miami mansion that included GUN's rugs, industrial quantities of freak-off paraphernalia, and boxes of women high heel not boxes of women high heel shoes. Lord. Okay, so let's keep going because I read that. Okay, and we talked about the immunity. Okay, the explosive testimony, courtroom, Daily Mail's arrest. To hear all the explosive testimony from singer and the other witness, Sean Diddy Combs trial, tune in. Okay, let's just want you to testify. The appalling secret pain behind Cassie's red carpet smiles after she faced abuser Diddy in court. Cassie Ventura and Sean Diddy Combs look like the perfect couple didn't they? On the red carpet throughout their 11-year relationship. But underneath, underneath the singer's glamorous appearance were bruises and scars allegedly caused by the rapper's horrific abuse. Ventura, 38, testified over 4 days during Combs' sex trafficking trial that she was subjected to years of abuse and rug-fueled sex marathons known as freak-off. Lord, she on, and I remember her wearing this dress. Look, y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Bruises. What the world? What is this on the green dress? Oh, bruises on her leg. Hold on, let me see. Where they marked like here, here, and here. I hope y'all can see that. Wow. Who would have thought? This is crazy. This whole video went to a whole different whatever I wanted to do. Oh, God, that's so sad. All right, I don't want to read that. I don't want to read that. I don't want to read that. Okay, prepared for despite feds closing on them. This is what I wanted to really talk about. New photos show how Diddy was preparing for another freak-off despite feds closing in on him. I'm going to show y'all the picture in a minute. Images shown in Sean Diddy Combs' trial reveal the disgraced rap mogul was preparing for a hotel freak-off despite knowing he was about to be arrested, prosecutors say. The shocking images were to jurors as Diddy's ex-girlfriend testified at his federal trial on Monday after she previously alleged how she was coerced into a life of manipulation and abuse. On Monday, prosecutors brought up a set of images taken by law enforcement when Diddy was arrested at the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan in September 2024. The man was getting ready for another freak off, y'all. He was about to throw down. He was like, look, let me get it in one more time. Let me get it in one more time. Let me get it in one more time. Hot mess. Hot mess. He got the baby oil, the rug. Lord, they didn't show the He was ready. He was ready. He was ready. He was ready. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He was ready. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show on What Is Up with Sean Diddy Combs today. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment. Let me know on how you're feeling about the trial so far. Let me know if you whose team you think is doing better. Defense, prosecution. Let me know if you think they're proving everything they need to prove. And I want to know one thing. Let me know if you believe if they didn't have Cassie, how this trial would end up. Okay? I want to know that. Let me know, guys. Let me know. I thank you for watching. I thank you for listening. And until the next video, which will probably be about in 2 hours or so. I load this one up and edit it. I'll see you. Peace. Oh, you can't see me, Demo. Hold on. Oh. Guys, let me say, while you are liking and subscribing, I had a whole segment with Jesse Weber, lawn crime. I have no clue what happened to it. I hope I was not doing all that talking and the recording was not on. I know y'all better subscribe now. Notification, all that.